Hello, welcome to this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host. Just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona, and hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Friday, August 8th, Major League Baseball slate. Thank God we are back to a full slate of games after the 4 yesterday. Actually, good 4 games for us. None of the teams we fade or follow are in the Cubs, Dodgers, Orioles, or Royals. But a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys had a lot of fun with this as well on that short slate. Exciting stuff. Just to let you know as well, this show is sponsored and brought to you by Outlier, probably the premier sports betting app out in the business. Research, great hit rates on what bets are going on, trends, advantages that you're going to find in the lines. All of that stuff there on Outlier. Not only that, if you do have multiple books available, you can sync up multiple books, keep your bets all in one place. Outlier, the app. You will find in the comments section a link to our 7-day free trial. If you like doing the research yourself, highly recommend Outlier. If you want us to do the research for you, why aren't you on the Discord channel yet? It's the best $50 you're going to spend per month. You're going to get a bunch of bonus bets. You're going to get all of our bets before we put them out for the general public when it comes to baseball and football and so forth. But you're going to get WNBA, golf, Formula One. All of those are bonus bets. You're going to get bonus material as we gave out win totals, player props for the season. All that's been out in the Discord channel, $50 per month. You're also going to find the link in our comments section here on our YouTube show. If you're new to our show, first of all, welcome. Secondly, we do fade or follow 4 teams, which we kind of mentioned: Cubs, Dodgers, Royals, and Orioles. Those are where we're going to put all of our own bets. But we are going to give you bets throughout the card. So no problem. If there's a game you like, we're going to touch it. Now, there is one exception. That's going to be Nationals and the Giants, I believe, the final game of the day, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. That game's currently not on the board. We'll give you some ideas in that game, but we don't know odds yet, so just keep that in mind as we go through the lineup. First game up, let's get started, right? We got all-night baseball, 6:40 Eastern time frame. Pirates, Reds, Chase Burns, Mitch Keller. We told you Skeens yesterday. He was 3-0 going in against the Reds with a half-a-run ERA. He improved that stat. Skeens was huge for us yesterday, under 1.5 earned runs, 17+ outs. Mitch Keller, if we really take a look at Mitch, last 3 starts, 5 runs, 3 runs, 3 runs. He's given up some shots, right? No question about that one. This game here in Pittsburgh, totals at 8. It's a coin toss. Chase Burns has been what a rookie should be, inconsistent. Last time out, only pitched an inning. Had some issues there. 5 2/3, 3 runs. 5 2/3, 5 runs. I think you kind of figure out what we're kind of laying down here, and that's a bunch of over opportunities here in this one. I honestly think we can see over 2.5 runs first 2 innings, over 4 runs first 5, over 8 for the game. If you want to bring it down to 7.5 to take that out, I think well worth the line movement there. So big time over here in game 1. Also, if we're looking for batters, right? And we're looking at overs, we want some batter props to go with it. Matt McClain, 2 for 5 against Keller lifetime. Spencer Steer, if he's in the lineup, hitting .368 and 19 at bats lifetime. Couple good chances there. Also, we're always a big fan, even though TJ Friedel, has horrible numbers, and he does. He has horrible numbers against Kelly, right? No question about it. 11 for his last 27. His OPS over the last 7 games, almost 1,000. I know he doesn't hit Keller well, so just keep that in mind if you want to play him here. Ellie De La Cruz, we told you wasn't going to get a hit yesterday. He didn't. He's struggling a little bit. Might want to stay away from that. Also, on the Pirates side, O'Neal Cruz, always a favorite, right? He is 3 for his last 28. Not any good, right? He's really struggled over his last 7 games. Tommy Pham, who we normally like to, single or something to that effect. He is 9 for his last 27. His OPS almost 900 for the last last 7 games. Over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs for him. Over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs for Matt McClain. If Steers in, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Over for the first 3 innings, over front 5, over for the game in that leadoff game with the Pirates. Next game up, Astros and the Yankees. Also, this one at 7:05 Eastern time. Hunter Brown on the mound. Hunter, one of my favorite pitchers. Last few starts, he's been nails. Astros are about $1.20 favorite here in New York. Yankees have been absolute dog turds. Let's just be honest. I mean, they have been god-awful to say the least. 4-6 their last 10. They are struggling. They're third in the American League East, folks, if you're not aware. 6.5 games back of the Blue Jays, 4 back of the Red Sox. What that tells you is this: they're fighting for a wild card spot. They are definitely fighting for a wild card spot here. No question about it. Currently, the third wild card spot is what they are. Only a game and a half up on Cleveland, who was under 500 most of the season, got hot here in the last 10, going 7-3, last of 10, made up 3 games on the Yanks. The Rangers also, they haven't been hot, only 4, but they were hot there for a minute. They're also a game and a half back. Realistically, those 3 teams are fighting for one spot. I don't think the Yankees are going to catch Seattle. I don't think the Yankees are going to catch the Red Sox, especially if the Red Sox keep facing left-handed starters. We told you every time they face, all they do is win, and all they do is score a bunch of runs. Yanks are in serious trouble. The question is this the end of Brian Cashman? It's definitely the end of Aaron Boone if they don't make it to the playoffs. But is this run of them making the playoffs all the time done? Hunter Brown's pitched well. Schlitter, let's be honest, the youngster's not done too bad, right? Now, last 3 starts, 5 innings, 2 runs, 4 1/3, 3 runs, and 5 innings, 2 runs. Struck out 6, 5, and 3. Strikeouts are kind of trending down here. Astros money line front 5 is a steal in this one, folks. Astros money line for the game. Also, Astros over the team total, like that one as well, as that Yankees bullpen's not that great either. Total's only 8 in this one. It's moving to 8.5, so highly recommend getting on that one as soon as possible. Next game up, A's and the Orioles. So the A's were good to us yesterday with that 6-0 win. We got Ginn and Sagano in this one. This one, I'm telling you right now, Ginn over his last few, or Ginn, like I said, if you've watched this before, this is not the pronunciation channel. This is a sports channel. So if I pronounce that name wrong and that's what you're going to criticize me for, I guess we're doing a good job if that's all. Again, 4 runs and 4 1/3 against the Diamondbacks. Start before that, 6 innings, no runs. Start before that against the Rangers, 5 innings, 1 run. He's pitched pretty well. But Orioles offense has been playing pretty well, especially at home. And the A's offense, they're facing Sagano, who gives up 3 runs every start. It's amazing how this guy is consistently giving up 3 runs. Total in this game is at 9.5. It's about to move to 10. Orioles slight favorite here. We've got a ton of plays in this one. Let's give you those. First of all, we're attacking the total in this particular game here. A's Orioles over 2.5 the first 3 innings, 4.5 the first 5 innings, 7.5 the first 7, 9.5 for the game. Now we move on to A's over 4.5 team total, Orioles over 4.5 team total. Bleday, home run double over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases. Langeliers, home run double over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 1+ RBI, 1+ single. Jackson Holiday, 1 bet on him in this one, 1+ single. Adley Rutschman, home run double over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases. Jordan Westberg, same 5 bets, home run double over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases. Sugano, over 2.5 earned runs and under 16.5 outs. Then we've got one more batter, Brent Rooker, home run double over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases. Obviously, we've got a ton of bets in that game in that one. Next game up, 7:10 Eastern time frame. Tigers back to work. And guess who? Tariq Skubal. How you like me now? Right? Skubal is Probably going to go down AL Cy Young winner. But the problem in this game is really simple. The Tigers are a $3.50 favorite. I think Skubal's might be the best pitcher in the league, but $3.50 favorite against a team that's almost at 500? Really? Doesn't that seem a little crazy? I mean, the Angels are only 5 games under 500. They're 5-5 their last 10. They've lost a couple in a row. They're 55-60. They're not as bad as I think they are. In my mind, the Angels are 60, and 102. But they've played better than that all season long. So what do we kind of think here in this one? I mean, obviously, Skubal, like I said, dominant pitcher. But last 3 starts, did give up 3 runs in 7 against Philly, 6 innings, no runs, and 6 2/3, 1 run. The Angels always play better on the road as well, right? So, and Angels plus 1.5 right now is plus money. So, we're going to go a little bit outside of the box here, right? I think the Tigers win this game. If you want to play them minus 350, go for it. Angels plus 1.5 first 5 innings. Angels plus 2.5 and plus 3.5 on the run line. 3.5 is feasible. Here's the thought process behind that. First of all, we can't play a minus 350, right? I mean, we can, but you got to risk quite a bit here. And when it comes to baseball, where anything can happen, and I'm talking anything, Skubal's been beat, right? How do we play a minus 350? You really can't, right? And to be really honest, with Kyle Hendricks on the other side, I'm positive Hendricks is not going to be like fabulous. But Hendricks' last 3 starts, 5 innings a run, 6 innings a run, and 4 2/3, 3 runs, right? Not god-awful numbers from Hendricks, that's for sure. Now, also batting prop-wise in this game, Dingler's been hot for the Tigers, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Torkelson, I think, is worth the play as well. He's 1 for 3 with the homer against Hendricks' lifetime. And let's see, Dienard, if he plays, catcher for the Angels, he's 1 for 2 against Skubal lifetime. Ohapi if he plays, he's 1 for 5 against him lifetime. And Joe Adell, 1 for 3 against him lifetime. Now, like I said, I don't know. Trout's never faced him. Let's see. Neto is 1 for 6, but does have a home run off of Skubal. We're anticipating probably the Tigers don't score as much as we think they're going to in this one, right? Tigers under 4.5 team total. Angels plus 1.5 first 5. Angels plus 2.5 to 3.5 on the run line. Like them all. As long as the Tigers don't go crazy offensively, these are some easy covers. If they can stay, the Angels can hold them to 4 runs or less. This is where the Angels cover all of those numbers. I can definitely when Skubal pitches, it's not guaranteed run support from the Tigers as well. So definitely watch out for this game. I know it's going to be number 1 on the bingo card for a lot of people. It's not for us. It's just because that line is so devastating. If this line was minus 200 for Skubal, we would be probably all over the Tigers' money line. At 350, the Angels, like I said, are only 5 games under 500. And it's not like the Tigers are 40 games over 500. Hopefully that makes sense for everybody. But the value is definitely there with the Angels. Next game up, 7:15 Eastern time. I'm going to be really honest with you. Highly disappointed in what we saw from the Marlins towards the end of that game. Yuli Perez pitched fine. Bullpen was horrible. We got the front 5, like we told you. Unfortunately, we didn't get the game in that one. That's all right. The Braves finally scored some runs. Congratulations. Now, Edward Cabrera keeps changing his name, I guess. Let's be honest with Cabrera. He's pitched really well his last 3 outings. It's been pretty good stuff. 6 innings, 1 run, 6 innings, 1 run, 5 2/3, 1 run. Does that spell under 2.5 earned runs to anybody? It does to me. He's pitched well. On the other side, Bryce Elder, right? Let's look at Elder's last 3 starts. 6 2/3, 2 runs, not bad. 2 2/3, 8 runs, 5 innings, 3 runs. Kind of spells out starting pitchers there. This is another game that's relatively close, but in Atlanta, Atlanta's a slight favorite here, but on the money line, but they're a dog on the run line. Interesting line here. Total at 8. We could see some scoring, especially with the bullpens, because the bullpens are nothing spectacular in this one. Kind of like the Marlins to win this one. Xavier Edwards kind of hot right now, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He's 2 for 5 against him lifetime. Otto Lopez, 2 for 3 against Elder lifetime, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs there. And Stowers, Baltimore trading him last year for Trevor Rogers really hurt me personally because, it's not that we're a monster Orioles fan, but we want to see that team do well, right? Got a lot of people I know support the O's. Stowers, I thought was going to be a major piece. Norby, I understood trading, but I thought Norby and Stowers was a little steep. Miami did well on that trade. Stowers, 1 for 5 against Elder lifetime with a bomb. I will tell you that Stowers for 1+ single, he's hit that now in 6 or 7 straight games. In that one, Stowers also over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. We mentioned Otto Lopez. We mentioned Xavier Edwards as well. Ozuna, 2 for 5 against Edwards lifetime. I really don't want to probably play too many Braves pattern props. As the starter, Cabrera, I think, is going to keep them down. Braves money line first 5. Not Braves. Marlins money line first 5. Marlins money line for the game. And also those batting props that we gave you as well on that one. Next game up, we've got the Guardians and the White Sox. Savali against Beebe. Guardians are hot right now. White Sox back at home. They caused it, they kept that game close against the Mariners on that one. Luis Robert had a monster day, like we told you he was going to have a big day. He came through. I mean, Beebe, it's hard to figure out what you're going to get with Beebe sometimes. He's given up some runs lately, but that White Sox offense maybe not as talented. Guardians, about $1.60 favorite here in south side of Chicago. Beebe's given up 4 runs, 3 runs. Savali, on the other hand, did pitch a gem his last time out. 6 1/3, no runs, only gave up 1 hit. 5 innings, no runs. And pitched 6 innings against Pittsburgh, no runs. This one's pretty easy for us. White Sox, money line, first 5 innings. White Sox, money line, game. Guardians, under 4.5 team total. I think all of these have excellent chances. We expect Savali to keep pitching pretty well. If Beebe gives up his normal 3 or 4 runs, this is going to be a fun day for the White Sox, right? If that continues, just keep that in mind. Luis Robert, if you get him at a half a hit run RBI again, do me a favor, just hit the hammer button, even though he's only 1 for 5 against him lifetime. Michael Taylor, 1 for 2 against Beebe lifetime with a home run. Something to keep in mind on that one. Excuse me. Jose Ramirez does not have a lot of success against Savali, period. The one that does is Rocio. He's 3 for 4 against him lifetime. But we like the White Sox in this matchup. And Savali under 2.5 earned runs as well, plus the White Sox money line first 5. And for the game, I think you got chances to get sizable plus money here on this one. Next game up, 8:05 Eastern time frame. Let's get to it. Phillies and the Rangers. Game in Texas. Merrill Kelly, Christopher Sanchez. Let's look at Sanchez's here. Last few starts. No runs, 8 innings against Detroit. Masterful performance. 6 2/3, 4 runs. And then he had a complete game, 1 run against the Red Sox. And that's pretty amazing for a left-hander to go a complete game against the Red Sox, because we've all seen how they hit left-handers, especially lately. This one here, line is basically Phillies minus 132. I'm not exactly sure why the Phillies are favored, as the Rangers are good at home. Rangers can't struggle with the left-handed pitcher sometimes. I like the Rangers here, plus the money. Another dog, but it's a home dog, even better, just like the White Sox being a home dog. Rangers money line money line first 5 innings. Rangers money line for the game. I'm probably not going to play a lot of batter props for the Rangers because Sanchez has pitched well. Merrill Kelly under 2.5 earned runs. I think has an excellent chance. Phillies offense has woke up a little bit, but let's see what they can do on the road. They normally do hammer some runs at home. Now they're on the road. Let's see what happens. Next game up, Mets, Brewers. Senga versus Woodruff. Woodruff has pitched his rear end off. as of late, or so far this season, I guess we should say. Senga, if it wasn't for the couple times on the disabled list this year, he's got 4 runs in his last start. Start before that, gave up 3 and 4. Brewers' offense is hot. I mean, it is hard to play against the Brewers right now. If you're playing against the Brewers, you have some big cojones, so to speak, because they're playing well. Now, Woodruff's given up a couple runs his last 2 starts. 3 starts ago, 6 innings, no runs. But he's been 6 innings, 6 innings, 6 innings. You know what you're going to get with Woodruff. 6 innings of ball, normal. 6 innings he's going to pitch, keep it under 2.5 earned runs. There's your first play, under 2.5 earned runs for Woodruff. Senga, over 2.5 earned runs. Brewers are only a $1.20 favorite here. This is pretty close to layout mortgage time here for the Brewers. Brewers money line, first 5 innings. Brewers money line for the game. I think are excellent bets. We went over Senga, over 2.5 earned runs. We went over Woodruff, under 2.5 earned runs. Also, I don't know innings prop, over 17.5 for Woodruff. Makes a ton of sense. And nobody, William Contreras is 1 for 3 off of Senga. Blake Perkins 0 for 2. Nobody else really hit off him yet. Yelich is 2 for 3. I think he definitely got to play Yelich in your lineup. William Contreras is always worth a play as well. Does not look like Churio's going to be in there. Durbin, kind of the surprise for the Brewers. He's played pretty well this season. I think you have a lot of opportunities there for batter props, a few pitchers props. And then obviously, like I said, we really like the Brewers in this spot. Next game up, 8:10 Eastern time, Twins and the Royals. Joe Ryan, Seth Lugo. Joe Ryan has absolutely owned the Royals in his career. 7-0 with like some ridiculous under 1.5 ERA. He has dominated him. Seth Lugo's pitched pretty well against the Twins as well. This should be probably the best pitchers duel on the card for the day. Let's give you all the plays here for this one. Twins money line, first 5 innings. Then we're going under 8.5, under 2.5 the first 3, 4.5 the first 5 innings, 6.5 the first 7. Twins under 4.5 team total. Royals under 4.5 team total. Lugo under 5.5 hits allowed. Lugo 5+ strikeouts. Joe Ryan no walks. That's pretty sizable plus money as well. Vinny Pasquantino under 0.5 a single. Seth Lugo 18+ outs. Vasquez for the Twins under 0.5 a total base. Yastrzemski under 0.5 a single. Ray for the Royals under 0.5 a hit. Brooks Lee for the Twins under 0.5 a hit. Brooks Lee under 0.5 a single. Jonathan India under 0.5 a single. Jeffers for the Twins under 0.5 a run. And Vasquez under 0.5 a single. A lot of plays in that one, a lot of unders. If you don't like unders, probably stay away from this game on us. If you will notice, though, most of the bets we won yesterday, if you follow the show, was a bunch of unders. Nathaniel Lowe is still paying us for his 0 for 3 day. So just keep that in mind as we watch this Twins and Royals. Like I said, both pitchers pitched pretty well against the other teams. Joe Ryan's never lost a decision against the Royals as well. Expect him to pitch well. Expect Lugo to pitch well. Maybe a 2-1 final or something like that the bullpens end up giving up. Next game up, we've got Cubs, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern time. This is the Midwest Yankees and Red Sox matchup. This is always a tough one here. Matthew Boyd against McGreevy. And, the Cubs at home over this last homestand suck. The Cubs on the road are a pretty damn good team, right? Like overall, pretty good team on the road. Now, the question is can they get their act together here and make a serious run to compete with the Brewers? The way the Brewers are playing, the Cubs could win the remainder of their games, and I don't know if that's enough, right? Cubs are $1.50 favorite here. Total, 8.5 in this one. We'd be interested in the over if it wasn't for Boyd pitching. Boyd has been very consistent for the Cubs all season long. Cardinals can struggle with left-handers occasionally as well. Let's give you all the plays in this one. Cubs money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Cubs over 4.5 team total, one of our biggest plays of the day. We're also going to play Cubs over 6.5 team total, pretty sizable money. Cubs -0.5 a run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. PCA, I understand he was cold at home. PCA on the road's been a lot better normally. Home run double over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases. Nico Horner, home run, and don't play home run for Horner much. It's like plus 1550 for him to hit a homer, but outside chance to get one here. Double over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases. Suzuki, who has a homer off McGreevy, home run, double over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases. Boyd, 5+ strikeouts. Boyd, 18+ outs. Next game up, Rockies, D-backs. Does anybody really want to watch this game at 9:40 Eastern time? I know I don't. Zach Gallen on the mound for the D-backs. The D-backs are a $2.20 favorite. Are we freaking kidding me? I understand they've played okay lately, but has anybody seen Zach Gallen's numbers at home? Take a look at his home road splits and find out why. Somebody needs to explain to me, first of all, why he's so bad at home. But home game, ERA at 6. He's been so bad lately, he's actually got his ERA to 5 on the road. They couldn't get rid of him at the trade deadline. Nobody would take a starting pitcher. 8-12, I don't really care about the record too much. 5.5 ERA, 124 strikeouts, and 133 innings. And the biggest thing with Gallen is 1.336 whip, which means he's averaging a runner and a third per inning pitched. Now, Gomber hasn't been like the best pitcher on earth, but Gomber's last 3 starts, 3, 4, and 5 runs allowed over his last 3 starts. Nothing to brag about. 2, 4, and 6 for Gallen. His 2 runs were on the road, 4 runs on the road at Pittsburgh. Last time he pitched at home, he did allow 6 runs to the Astros. What are we going to do here? This is another dog for us. Rockies plus 1.5 first 5 innings. Rockies plus 2.5, 1.5, 2.5 on the run line. Rockies over their team total. I think all of those play extremely well in this one. I just don't know what the D-backs are going to do. Are they going to quit? Are they not? Corbin Carroll, by the way, does hit Gomber really well, even though it's lefty-lefty matchup. Farmer for the Rockies, by the way, 2 for 5 with a homer, lifetime against Gallen. Mickey Moniak, this is the one to play here. 4 for 9 with 2 home runs. Tovar, 6 for 10 against Gallen, lifetime. We've got all kinds. So let's go this way here. Player props: Tovar over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Moniak over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. We're going to play not Orlando. We're going to play Beck over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Farmer over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And when you're tired of that, just bet some more Rockies. Love the upset there here in Phoenix. Next game up, Red Sox, Padres. Walker Buehler on the mound. Padres ready to rock and roll. I think the Padres make a legitimate run here. If the Dodgers can't figure out what the hell to do, as they haven't really been dominant at any point since early in the season, I think the Padres are going to make a run. I really do. Now, bad part for the Red Sox here, they're facing a right-handed pitcher. And be really honest, Pivetta has been absolute nails as of late. 7 innings, 1 run, 6 in the third, 2 runs, and 6, 1 run. He's been really good, folks. Walker Buehler, on the other hand, you know, that ERA trickling around 6 always makes you feel comfortable. 3 runs in a run. And the Phillies offense was really struggling that day when Walker went there. Padres are a sizable favorite here, but that's okay. Padres minus a half a run first 5. Padres minus 1.5 run line. I'm also thinking minus 2.5 on the run line as well for the Padres. Padres over their team total as well. I think they smash Walker Buehler around a little bit. You know, let's have a little fun with them, right? Let's see. And Jackson Merrill, 2 for 4 against him lifetime. Jackson Merrill over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Tatis, 4 lifetime home runs off of Walker Buehler. So why not a little Tatis home run? Tatis over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs as well. All excellent plays in that Padres Red Sox game. Next game up, Tampa Bay Rays and the lovely Seattle Mariners. So Seattle is really, let's give Seattle credit. I mean, they are figuring out how to get some wins. Even right now with, Cal Riley being in a slump, under 1.5 hits. By the way, Cal Riley under 1.5 total bases until he hits it. Just keep playing it. Catchers and go through this he's tired, folks. That's a lot of games to catch and be an offensive weapon. That's why it's hard for catchers to put together those monster seasons, because the last 2 months are a complete struggle just to catch, let alone hit. So, like I said, Cal Riley under 1.5 total bases should be on your bingo card until he does hit that. Just got to ride that streak out as much as possible, right? Drew Rasmussen, last 3 starts, 5 1/3, no runs, 5 innings, 2 runs, 4 innings, 2 runs. They are worried about Rasmussen. They probably don't want him to pitch more than 5, but they need him, kind of get there with 5, right? That's kind of what they're thinking there. Castillo, last 3 starts, 2, 1, and 3. Been pretty consistent, except for the 4 1/3 he went against Texas, 7 innings against the A's, 5 against Milwaukee. He gave up 10 hits in that thing as well. So if he's at 5.5 hits, I do not have that in front of me. That definitely would be an over here. I do like the Mariners slightly on the money line here. Money line, first 5 innings, money line for the game. Totals at 7, I think has a chance to go over. Help yourself out here. Play the alternate at 6.5 if it's not too bad in that one. Next game up, 10:10 Eastern time frame, Blue Jays and the Dodgers. So this pitching matchup, if it was like 6 years ago or so, Max Scherzer, Clayton Kershaw. Man, could you imagine this one if it was like 6, 7 years ago when these guys were more in their prime? Man, the total in this thing would have been 5.5. Now a total of 9 as both guys getting up there in age. Blue Jays just came off one of those series in Colorado you dream about. Had a 20-run game as well. Then got the day off before they had to go out to L.A. Nice, right? Blue Jays are hot. Dodgers are figuring out what the hell to do with themselves because it is not going well, right? Not going well at all. Dodgers only have a 2-game lead over the Padres. They're 500 the last 10. The Padres are 8-2. Here they come. And to be really honest, the Blue Jays are a dog here, and I think this is another dog special for us, but mainly focused on the over for us in this game. So let's give you all the bets here because we got a boatload of them in this one. Blue Jays money line, Blue Jays plus 1.5. Then we're going to play Blue Jays, Dodgers over 2.5 the first 3 innings, 4.5 the first 5, 6.5 the first 7, 8.5 for the game. Blue Jays, like the last 16 road games, I believe it's almost 13 of those games have been an over, just to kind of give you a heads up. Blue Jays over 4.5 team total. You will not see the Dodgers on there because that offense does nothing but irritate the living crap out of everybody, including me. We watch them every damn day as well. It's irritating. I can't stand it. Unless they're hitting home runs, you don't know what they're going to score, right? Anyway, then we've got a bunch of player props to get through as well. We got 5 batters. Same 5 bet, well, almost the same 5 bets apiece. Clement, Guerrero, Bichette, Freeman, and Ohtani. We've got home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases. The only difference is for Ohtani, we did play over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs instead of 1.5, trying to avoid some of the juice on that one. Then the final game of the night, like I said, it's not on the board yet because the Giants can't figure out who the hell they're going to start. Nationals, Giants. Obviously, the Nationals just had one of those series against the A's at home. They couldn't figure out how to score. When they did score, they lost by 12 runs. It was just butt ugly. Jake Irvin on the mound. The Giants will figure out a way to win this one, probably no matter who the pitcher is. As the Nationals just look so defeated. It's a shame. Like, we expected more out of the Nationals. They're 3-7 their last 10. They're 24 games under 500. Last place in the NL East. They're 11 games behind the Marlins. That's the big thing. They're 3 games behind the Braves, and we understand the Braves season has been a disaster. But 11 games behind the Marlins? Really? That's a big shock. I mean, it's a shame. We think the Nationals, we like a lot of their pieces too. Mackenzie Gore's gotten shelled his last 4 starts. We love James Wood. He's struggled since the All-Star break. We love CJ Abrams as well. I mean, we love a lot about the Nationals lineup, right? Like, pitching, they need help. That's where they need to really be focused, right, on that one. And to be really honest, so if we look at Giants hitters, Willie Davis, I pronounced it wrong, I'm sure, sitting like 462 and 13 at-bats. He's worth to play over 1.5 hit run RBI as well. Let's see. Chapman, 3 for 6 against Irvin Lifetime. So Chapman, we're going to gamble a little bit here, sprinkle a little bit on home run, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, and 2+ total bases. Think Chapman has a big day as well. Should be a Giants victory. Unfortunately, we don't know a total. It's not on the board. Giants over their team total. You can post that at probably 4.5. Anything under that is gravy. I think they get to the Nationals and beat them up. All right, that's the full slate of games in the major leagues for Friday, August 8th. If you like the content you're seeing here and want to see some more, hit that subscribe button here on YouTube. Get it. That'll light up in your subscriptions tab. You get this every day. We try to – some days we do miss due to health. I'm not going to, guarantee every day, but damn near. Out of the, 190 days in baseball this year, we're probably going to hit 170 of them. So we're going to hit most days, right? So just keep that in mind. Thursdays have been a little light because they're playing all those games on Monday. They're not splitting them up Monday, Thursdays like they were earlier in the season. So keep that in mind. Also, as I mentioned at the start of this show, our show brought to you by the wonderful people at Outlier, the #1 sports betting app on the market. Not only can you keep multiple books in one spot, keep all those bets there, you can make the bets from Outlier itself. You tell Outlier what books you have. Like if you've got 3 books, they'll show you the best odds at those 3 books. It's pretty simple. Not only that, they're going to give you all kinds of data, research materials, hit rates on games, trends that are going on. And they just don't do it for baseball, college football, NFL football, WNBA. It does not stop with them, folks. They give out information after information. It's a fantastic app. 7-day free trial. You can find the link in the comments section here on YouTube. Also, private Discord channel available. Yes, $50 per month, almost 300 members in there. I promise you, you will have so much action, you won't know what to do with, right? We do the research for you. We're giving you our bets. We give you before they go out for the general public. Plus, you're going to get bonus bets. Golf this weekend with the St. Jude. Formula One's off for a few weeks. But WNBA, we're heavily, most nights we're heavily invested in the WNBA. We were last night in a monster game for us in the late game with the Mercury as well. So a lot, first 2 games, a little bit back and forth, but dominated that last game there. WNBA, you're going to get from the Discord college football, NFL football, NBA college basketball. The only things we really don't do, hockey. We don't do a lot of soccer. We will occasionally. UFCs, we're basically on the pay-per-view card. We do a ton of Formula One, and we're very successful in Formula One. One of my favorite sports to play in besides college football. We love baseball as well, but there is a lot of opportunity to be made. $50 per month. If you're wagering a combined over $200 per month, you should be in the Discord channel. You're going to get a great education. There's a lot of good people on there as well, shooting back and forth ideas, watching games kind of together on what happens, things of that nature. There's multiple cappers dropping plays as well. It's an excellent place to be. Highly recommend you be there. Discord, you will find the link in the comments section. It's a WAP.checkout. Once you go to WAP and check out, you will get the Discord invite right after that. Highly recommend you get in there as well. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode.